Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol OGEN. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to this time frame. It does a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. Been doing this analysis on a very routine basis. Did it yesterday, so that's where this green line here is coming from. And as things stand right now, the chart is basically at make or break territory. To be totally fair to the bulls, they were put up to a test today, and they passed it, and they did exactly what you would want to see them. And that test has everything to do with the green line, which I talked about before. And that is, being an important area of support. The price went down there, and like I said, to give credit, the bulls did ultimately, generate a nice little bounce from that level. The reason this area is so important, and honestly, I don't remember the value. What is the value of this thing? Right around $1.25. Why is $1.25 so important? Well, I'm not saying this will happen, but let's say the price gets tested again. However, this time the price breaks down through and then just continues to sink to the downside. At that point in time, what would you have? You would literally have the price essentially right back to where everything just started. And not to insult your intelligence, but price movements that go back to where they started, not exactly a sign of true power. Again, I'm not saying that's what's going to happen, but that's really what's being represented by $1.25 and why holding up above $1.25 is so important. So again, nice to see it did indeed ultimately hold. So $1.25, very, very important, and it did hold up today, so that's definitely a step in the right direction. Now, assuming that this is some sort of true bottom and the price continues to bounce, where are some of these levels of resistance at? The main overall level of resistance is now right up there at that purple line, which is the famous 50-period simple moving average. It's been a level of support, but a foundational rule in charting is that when levels of support are broken and closed below, they do tend to act as resistance. So that'll definitely be the overall area of resistance on any sort of continued bounce. But right now, definitely top priority remains staying up above 125. So by no means am I saying that, on Friday or, early next week, the price has to be back up above that purple line. I'm not saying that at all. Breaking resistances very far down the priority list. At the top of the priority list is making sure the price doesn't go back to where it is. And that, and the only way to avoid that is to build this higher base at $1.25. So let's see if the bulls can get that job done or not. One of the biggest questions that I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.